So hey guys, welcome back. We were doing the chapter the acids, bases and salts. And in this chapter basically we have completed the theory part and only thing which we are doing is summarization. And along with the summarization I am trying to add up some important factual points, right? So that you can be aware, you can get some question. If at all you get some question regarding those, you'll be able to solve it very easily, right? So we'll move to the further part of the summarization. Nearly half has been, not, you cannot say half, but yes, we have completed a lot in this part. Okay, so let's move. This we have seen what are an acid, how the generation of ion takes place, what are weak and what are strong acids, then common acids we have seen, what are bases, right? Then again strong and weak bases, some common bases we have checked, right? And then the types like the Arrhenius acid base concept and then the Bronsted-Lowry concept also we have seen. The new concept which we have seen yesterday was your conjugate acid and conjugate base concept. Now after that we were on the topic pH scale. Like we have already done the explanation part of it. Once again, I'll just recap it. That is the acidic pH. Whenever you have it, the pH scale will show red color. How it will show? See, this will be your container in which either your acid or base is kept. Suppose your strong acid is kept over here. Whenever you dip a pH strip, I'll just show you the pH strip also in this section itself. So whenever you dip a pH strip in it, this pH strip will be converted to red color. So whenever you get a dark red color, that will represent the strong acidic pH. Okay? So that particular solution is going to contain pH of 0 or zero point 0.1, zero point 0.2, somewhere of that shade. So here there will be shades of different color. That is red ka shades. Okay? Then here also there will be red ka shades and so on. So that means you are going to get the strength of acid, strength of acids with help of your pH scale and universal indicator which is coated on the pH strip. ठीक है? So this is how you'll come to know कि acidic substance कौन सा है, basic substance कौन सा है. Whenever you get a basic substance, you'll get the pH of 14. That is, the pH scale will show blue color, right? That indicate pH strip is going to be converted to very dark blue. So it will be your 14 pH. ठीक है? And so on. Whenever you see this 7, it is nothing but the neutral pH. So this is only for salt. Okay. So basic salt can be there, acidic salt can be there, and so on. So neutral here till 7 and acidic up to 0. That is less than 7. pH of less than 7 is acidic and pH of greater than 7 will always be your base. Okay, so this is what we have already seen. Okay, then we have seen some common substances ka pH, like your HCl ka pH, it is very low, that is that is 0. Okay, for a 1 molar HCl solution. Then your gastric juices, that is again there are along with your HCl, there are other chemicals also released. That is your peptic juices. Okay, so that all constitute the gastric juices. So hence the pH will be somewhere 1.6. Then vinegar, you all know what it is. See, this shows the pH of 2.8. Then your carbonated beverages, for example, your Coca-Cola, Pepsi, etc., that show pH of 3.5. Orange will show the pH of 3.5. Then your apple juice, okay, that is, as this apple juice also contain, you can just extract apple cider vinegar. So that is there is a long process to extract that vinegar from the apple. So somewhere it also contains the acidic pH, that is 3.8. Then your tomato, which contain organic acid, is also your 4.2. Coffee, yeah, somewhere it is acidic in pH. Okay. Then your soil is also acidic too. If suppose the soil becomes more acidic, then what you'll do, will you'll add lime to it. When you add lime to it, it will be definitely converting this soil pH to somewhere optimal. You can say if suppose the pH goes below 5.5, then it will be harmful for the plants to grow, and that is why we add lime to just adjust the pH. Then your bread that is basically 5.5, as it is produced by the action of yeast uh, on your maida, right? So this yeast will definitely form some amount of acid, due to which, because the fermentation is taking place, right? So that is why it will show acidic pH of 5.5. Again, potato, urine, milk, etc. is having so and so pH. So when you see this milk in summers, there is a question in your board which is asked कि summers में why milkman adds soda to it, right? Baking soda to it, because uh, baking soda will lead to the pH somewhere near to basic, and due to which the you can say there will be very less or very slow process of fermentation or lactic acid production, and due to which the milk will be not easily converted to curd, right? So it will take time for getting converted into curd. That is why in summers we add, or milkman add the pH, sorry, the milkman adds baking soda to make the pH of the milk somewhere basic, right? Then water, pure water if you take, right, that is your distilled water, it is somewhere 7, because it contains the acid का भी property होता है and base का भी. So this is also known as amphoteric. See, this releases H plus and OH minus both. So you can say water as amphoteric, right? Amphoteric in nature. So definitely it is going to show pH of 7. Since there are some ions present, drinking water contains pH of 7.2. Our blood contains pH of 7.4. The detergents, as they contain some amount of bases, that is why they contain pH of 8.0 to 9.0. Your bile juices are basic, right? So you might be aware of the process of digestion. Whatever the partial digested food is there present in the stomach will be passed to the intestine, small intestine, and at that junction, your bile juice is added to the food particles. Why? Just to make the pH of the food particle basic. Why? So that some enzymes which are active at basic pH will work, right? Then your seawater contains pH of 8.5. Milk of magnesia, that is MgOH twice, is having pH of 10.5. We all are aware of about the hyperacidity में it is used as antacid, ठीक है? So it is used as an antacid during the hyperacidity. So this works as antacid, ठीक है? Then ammonia, pH of 11. Bleach, that is your bleaching powder, we have already studied about it, that is your CaOCl2. So we have already studied about it in the some common products, right? So it contains pH of somewhere 12. And lastly, the NaOH, it is highly basic and it contains pH of 14, right? So this is some common, there is some common pH written over here, okay? Common substances ka, which we use in our day-to-day life. So I just request you to make sure that some common products should be very very clear to you, and you should remember the pH of them. Now, if we the further part, see, first thing you have to remember is कि न्यूट्रल कब होता है, जब H प्लस और OH माइनस का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इक्वल होता है, तब जाके एग्जैक्ट 7 का pH आता है, जैसे कि प्योर वाटर में, ठीक है? सो इन प्योर वाटर यू कैन सी the concentration of H plus and OH minus is equal. That is why the water, that is the pure water, contains 7 का pH, ठीक है? So you have to remember this part also. Then we move to next one, that is a reaction with indicators. So when we go through the reaction with indicators, so we have seen a lot of indicators like turmeric, like methyl orange, right? So I have chosen few more, right? Like one, this is new to you, okay? That is Bromothymol blue. It is basic in nature. So whenever the base is there, it will be blue in color. Whenever the acid is present, it will turn to yellow. And in neutral condition, it will be green in color. Okay? And then phenolphthalein, we all are aware about it. Ki in acidic condition, it will be always colorless. Right? Whereas in basic condition, it is going to be dark pink, or you can somewhere assume it as red. Right? So it will be very dark pink in basic condition, and whenever it is neutral, it will be very faint pink. It is little hard to identify, so very faint pink in neutral condition. So this already done. Then litmus ka also we have seen that it is red in acidic condition, somewhere about 4.5 k php, and 8.2 k php somewhere around. It is basic in pH, and that is it is going to show blue color, right? So now just checking to what are pH papers. See, I have already told you about the universal indicator. What is an universal indicator? It is an indicator which will give the strength of the acid and base, which is just added on the pH paper. So you can find this as the pH paper. This is your pH paper, which I thought of giving you the diagram of. So pH paper looks something like this, and when you dip into the solution of acid or base or salt, it is going to show you the different colors, and by the help of which you can identify whether the substance is strong acid, weak acid, moderate acid, or strong base, weak base, or moderate base, right? And the pH of all the solution, right? All the solution you can find out. Clear? So this is what I have thought of giving you in this session. Then one more very interesting topic you can find, very interesting topic which I have added here is your buffer. See, buffers you can say is a chemical. Buffer is a chemical, or you can say a system, chemical system in which we don't allow the system to change the pH. Okay, so we create an environment, that is buffer is a solution basically, or by making some addition of small amount of acid or base, we just try to resist the change in pH. For example, I told you about the milk, right? So milk क्या होता है, it will change to uh, curd. Whenever it will change to curd, it means it is going to become acidic. Okay, so just to stop this, that is the conversion of pH of milk to acidic, what we add baking soda to it. We have studied about it, right? So that the conversion of milk will be slow, right? So this is nothing but you can say addition of small amount of acid or base just to resist the change in pH is known as buffers. Okay, so this is what one thing I wanted to add in your knowledge. Now moving to the next, that is situations in which pH is controlled. Okay, so all these situations we have studied about. Okay, so what are the situations? For example, heartburn. Heartburn is nothing but acidity. When you feel hyperacidity, whenever you get hyperacidity, at that point of time, a lot of gas is also produced, and this gas passes through or travels in your body. Whenever it goes here and there, it will cause acidity, and that is nothing but heartburn. And here we add, we can use or we can cure hyperacidity with help of an antacid, right? We have discussed about it, like milk of magnesia. So antacid is used to cure heartburn or hyperacidity, you can say. Then planting vegetables and flowers. Whenever you find there is an increase or decrease in pH, for example, the soil ka pH decreases. For example, the pH of soil decreases. That means it becomes acidic. At that point of time, we need to add lime to it. So we'll add lime to it so that it will become your basic. Okay? So lime water you can add so that it becomes basic, or not exactly proper basic, just to regulate or to control the proper pH of the your soil. Then in fish tanks and fish ponds, see if the fish tanks or fish ponds become acidic in pH, definitely it is going to kill aquatic organism. kill aquatic organisms. So whenever there is this action taking place, what we need to do is we need to control the pH by adding something basic, right? Then in swimming pools also, just to to control the infections of your skin, we need to add some bleaching powder, right? Bleaching powder, you remember the pH of 12, it is basic, right? So just to regulate the, or just to control the infectious disease spreading inside the swimming pool due to one person who is infected to the other person, we just add bleaching powder to it. So these are the examples where pH can be controlled. Then is your acid and base in solution. So when you say कि whenever an acid is added to water, we have seen कि it is going to release H plus and it is going to be reacted by the water molecule, and hence it will become an hydronium ion. So it is acidic. Then in bases also, whenever a base reacts to water, it is going to release OH minus. Okay? That is your hydroxide ion. Then whenever base and acid react, they are going to form salt, and this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Basically, these are the chemical properties of the acids and bases. Okay? Then is your ammonia. Whenever it reacts with water, it is going to accept one H plus, okay, and release one OH minus. So that is again the case of base, but this is a weak base as it do not completely ionize. Clear? Now, what about acid rain? Acid rain is caused due to the pollution in air, right? Like pollution of sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen. Whenever these things are added into the atmosphere or into the air in excess, right? Then it is going to combine with water and form different acids. For example, one of it I have given you here. कि carbon dioxide will directly react and form carbonic acid and so on. So this will reduce the pH of water, due to which whenever this water falls in on soil, the pH of the soil will be increased. It may harm to the plants, right? It may cause irritation to your skin and so on. Whenever it goes to the water bodies, it is going to harm the aquatic life also, right? So acid rain is also a concept which I wanted to add to your knowledge, right? So since there is a production of acid due to this non-metal oxides reacting with water. That is why the water, pH of rainwater decreases. Okay, and hence we need to stop, or we need to try to prevent the pollution. Try to do some measure or take some measure so that these harmful gases are not added to the air. Okay. Now moving to next, that is your uh, yeah, this is one more thing. Whenever there is a rapid change in pH, it will kill the aquatic life. Okay, organisms in lakes and streams. This is what one thing which I have to tell you about it, because I haven't discussed in the change in pH. So that is why I thought of adding here. Okay, even there will be creation of sinkholes due to the low pH. See, this is nothing but the sinkhole. Okay, so sinkhole, then the aquatic life is damaged, your plants are damaged, your infrastructure is getting damaged and creating the sinkholes. Okay, and then your infrastructure again is getting damaged. Okay, because we know that in our rocks also there are presence of some amount of calcium, okay, which gets easily corroded, right? And hence sinkholes are created. Now, see, can you see here? This is nothing but sinkhole. And whenever the such infrastructure get collapsed, a lot of life can be, just destroyed. Then this is one example of sinkhole of Oak View, okay, which I have given you the image of, right? Now, with this, we'll move to the salt, and I think we should take it in the next session. Okay? So we'll take this in next session, and I'll try to complete this acids, bases, and salt in the next session. So with this, I would like to wrap up the session, and we'll meet in the next session. If you have any doubt regarding whatever thing I have explained here, please let me know. Right? So we'll meet in the next session. Till then, bye bye.